Hey, did you know that Tinder is not pickup? It is not a lay count, but a body count? You're like, what are you talking about? I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing about results as what they tell you. Results! And while that is important, I'm going to share with you 3 debunked mental bullshit secrets with you. It's going to revolutionize the way you are brainwashed by this mystery method systems that's obsessed with Tinder. They think it's a lay count when it's really just a body count. I'm John Elite, and I am the best Daygame coach in the entire world. I have 650 Daygame laid and po testimonials. That's right. And what does that mean? It means that is all pickup. I don't count Tinder. So when a student comes here with 75 lays on Tinder, which happened with the Chinese student who got married recently, it still counts as 0 lays. So if a person comes to me, they say, oh, I got 75 lay count Tinder. No, you got 75 body count. And for the 15 lays that he got for pickup or day game, he got 1 before he met me. After 5 years of RSD, that's 1 lay. Now it's 15, that's 16 lays. I only count that, so 16 lays for that one. All right, so 656 Daygame laid and po testimonials. I have 56 this year alone. 56, and you're probably wondering, what the fuck? They can't even get 1. ABCs of low self-esteem only has 1 Daygame laid testimonial in 2024. ABCs of, proclaim high lay count coaches only has 1 in 2024 for Daygame. So you're like saying, only 1, John? Only 1 2024 has been the hardest year of all time. But I got 56 this year alone. Then you're like, that's impossible. No, I should have really hammered this point home. ABCs of low self-esteem has 1 from a student that was in a Latin country like Peru or Mexico. They got 1 lay on Daygame. So therefore, that's a lay, but all the Tinder stuff that they try to promote is not a lay count. That's a body count. There's even 1 woman recently I saw on YouTube that had sex with over 100 guys in a row. Is that a lay count or is that a body count? What will other women that are narcissistic that has sex with over 78 men and then they're like 23 years old, is that a lay count or is that a body count? How is that a lay count? Are you saying that she has some magical strategy or some flow charts to get 78 lays in a row when she's 23? Imagine when she's 30, right? How loose her vagine's gonna be. Seriously. So you're all being deceived, and I'm gonna explain why you're being deceived. Tinder can never count as a lay count. And the reason why people want to count as a lay count, I'll tell you the secret. It's because they want to feel like they're swiping accomplishments, which is not accomplishments, wants to count for something. They want to give themselves a pat on the back. They want to feel good about themselves. And this is absolute nonsense. Give it a thumbs up. And 2 middle fingers for anyone, these Asperger coaches that believes Tinder is a lay count. Nope, even a good-looking tall white guy can get laid from Tinder easily just by being tall and white. Going to one of those third world passport bro countries, he just has to swipe and he'll get laid nonstop. Is that a lay count? Or what if some other guy just puts their face on the AI images in the background and all of a sudden they have status and they get laid right away? Is that a lay count? Because you know how to graft your face onto a AI background? No. Or how is that a lay count? Or what if an Indian from India is your virtual assistant and he swipes for you? Basically, you just pay him, they'll swipe, and when the woman swipes right on you, he'll send you the phone number afterwards when they chat it with them in the flow chart. How is that using assistant not the same as pickup? How in the world is that a lay count? That is not a lay count. So when that coach says, oh yeah, this is my lay count, it's no. How many lays did you get from pickup? They suck at day game. But how many lays did they get from the night game? That's your lay count, not the Tinder bullshit or seeking arrangement shit. It's absolute nonsense. Imagine how many lays they already have. Is that a lay count? That's a body count. So it is not a lay count. It is not pickup on Tinder. That's a body count Just go to Fiverr or something and just say, I want to find an Indian virtual assistant or from the Philippines. Give them your Tinder account. Let them swipe on it. They just have to set the matches into those different countries. And then you just have to show up until they send you a phone number on WhatsApp. How is that a lay count? Or you just gotta take some good professional looking pictures so you don't look ratchet. How is that a lay count? That's not a pickup. Even ABCs, at least they got some students laid from Daygame, but when they brag about the pickup or the Tinder shit, that's not pickup. It's not Daygame. Their Daygame stuff, okay, it counts for something at least, because that's the thing. What you don't understand is that not just an Indian can swipe, but these days, people are changing their images using these AI programs. They can literally graph their face with a couple of photos, but let's just say they graph my face onto the AI background, and all of a sudden, I'm in all these cool places all over the world. I'm on a boat, I'm doing this, I'm traveling here, and let's just say, for example, that's an automatic lay. But how is that a lay count? It's not, it's a body count, because there's no pickup involved. If I gave that to an AI images to a virtual assistant in the Philippines or in India, and then they send me the WhatsApp, I just collect the lay because of good pictures. But game is game, results, as they say. That is not results, that is a total lie. So I'll explain why this is bullshit, especially those who can just go to a Latin country, for example, an Asian person, an Asian passport bro. They can literally don't even need ABCs of low self-esteem company spending $10,000 to go to these third world countries. They literally can just go by themselves to Colombia. Hopefully you don't get scopamine because these women are fucking crazy. That's like a drug that they put in there and then they make you pass out, they steal your stuff, ransom you, or kill you. To Mexico, if you're not kidnapped, most likely not in Cancun, you can literally swipe there as an Asian. That gives you more value. This is not 20 out of 35 like Daygame. Looks out of 10, money out of 5, status out of 10. Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control game, 2.5 points each. 20 out of 35 gets you laid. On Tinder, it is not 20 out of 35. There is no social skills. There is no social calibrations unless you're counting the photos. A little bit good body language. There's no emotional control. It is only text game. For example, if Tinder is 12 out of 35, night game is 15 out of 35 because you don't need social skills and emotional control. Tinder, if it's 12 out of 35, a white person being white is 10 already, 10 points. They just need 2 points of text game and good pictures to raise the looks. They automatically get laid with a 4 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 looking woman. They never show the pictures of the woman because they're so fucking ugly. I know because I taught some of their old students. Would you quality is higher than from doing proper Daygame compared to Tinder? Yeah, basically Daygame for my students, as you've seen in the inner circle, my students are banging 9 out of 10s. And they're banging like, one of them banging a 10 out of 10. The rest of them are banging like 8 out of 10. If it's that high, you have to raise your score with social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. Not just a little bit of flowchart game. People that go on Tinder, you never see in their testimonial page. If you look at these coaches, these Asperger coaches, the women are non-existent. They never show it, ever. It's always white people that are testimonials, almost 90% of the time, or 95, because white is right. That is 10 points right there for status. And Asians, when they go there, they try to boost their lifestyle. So they have a high status lifestyle compared to local Colombians or Spanish people or Mexicans, right? When they start swiping over there, all of a sudden getting 0 matches and 0 dates in the United States. These Asians now have over 800 matches in one day. The whole thing's just flooded. They're almost like they are the hot chick. They just go over there, they fly over there like a passport bro, and then ABCs collect $6,000 to $10,000 and cancel, cast nova. People like this going on these world tours, they just swipe on Tinder, or they have their underage parties in Brazil, polling underage women, and then all of a sudden they get more matches, they get more compliance. These guys are laughing all the way to the bank because they know that there's a body count, it is not a lay count. So if anyone says I got 15 lays Daygame, and then they say that they have 30 lays or 40 lays Tinder. No, that's a body count on Tinder. You only have 15 lays. Doesn't even count. For example, 30 body counts on Tinder means 0 lays. It means not lay count. If it's day game, then I count that as lay count. If it's night game, there's still pickup. Something that an Indian assistant cannot do, that is still results. Because you have to pick up, you have to show up, you have to be there, you have to close her. So if they start saying, oh yeah, because results are results. These kind of coaches are just creating something called blue ocean strategy, which I'm going to get into. So I'm going to share with you 3 debunked mental bullshits about women, because women can also get lay counts too on Tinder, but it's not a lay count, it's a body count. How is it a lay count if a woman can have 83 lays in a row and she's 23 years old? Did she use any strategy? Nope, she just white, she opens her legs, she's a narcissist and she does this for validation, and guess what? 83 lays. There was another woman who basically had sex with 100 guys, and it's on YouTube, you can look it up. How is that a lay count? Or just these other women that have such high body counts, that's why they call it body counts. So for the pickup artists out there that wants to count their Tinder as lay count, it's not a lay count. It's a body count. I don't have to convince you guys. You all know in the back of your minds, that is not an accomplishment. The Asians that get no matches or no dates in the United States, even if they're good looking and tall and handsome, they go over to like Colombia, 800 matches, 1,200 matches, 1 day. 2 days, even more. And then all of a sudden, ABC's like bragging. Oh yeah, they'll brag. They'll lie to you. They'll tell you, oh, the student, they got a romantic encounter. It only meant they pulled a woman home and put her on their bed and nothing happened. When they get laid, they make sure everybody knows, hey, Tinder. That is not a lay on Tinder. That is a body count. The only lay count is if they got laid for a night game. Some of them do get laid for a night game, for ABCs. Not a lot. And also they're like bragging about their students getting married or some shit. I got more people married than them. But that's not the point here. As I'm trying to say, is that is not a lay count. It's just some mental bullshit for Asperger's syndrome, for former engineer coaches deceiving you. That's right. Most of these coaches that promote Tinder as testimonials, have you noticed that these engineers, they're actually systemizing things because it doesn't require social skills and social calibrations or emotional control on Tinder. At least night game. Have you noticed these mystery method coaches? Whenever they try to teach their mystery method tactics, their DHV stories, their phone number closes and they're seeding the poll, all this mystery-like shit, that stuff does not transfer to day game if they only have one day game late testimonial. ABCs and tall self-proclaimed coaches. It's like both of them are mystery method derivatives. How can they only end up with one in 2024? Because 2024 exposed all of these Asperger stuff. At first, 2023 was too hard for the RSD, mass approaching autistic people. They no longer get laid very often, and the other coaches may only have less testimonials. But in 2024, the hardest year, I have 56 day game laid and poll testimonials. But how many do they actually have for the other people? What's your Instagram? Instagram doesn't count. It's not a pickup. So that is just another mental bullshit. So former engineer coaches are deceiving you to boost their testimonial count, which is called testimonial stuffing. Even ABCs, if they have a student getting a review, they didn't get laid, but they give a review. But guess what? Their stupid Asian Asperger's sheeps are gonna think, oh, that's a result right there. That's a good review. Or tall self-proclaimed coaches, whenever a person said they got over red pill or black pill, or the person set up some dates from Daygame and they didn't get laid, it's a testimonial. It's all about testimonial stuffing. The more they can stuff their testimonial pages, when you look at my pages, there's 656 Daygame laid and poll testimonials. 56 fucking students got laid or they pulled women home this year. 56 versus 1. That means they're exposed. This year have shown the engineers the mystery method, the fucking tactics, the push-pulls, the DHV story. None of that shit works. The only thing that works is skills, drilling it down like my students. They have to rehearse it in front of a mirror. They have to send me videos and then they get it corrected. And they go and collect the lay because they raise the points. They raise 2.5 for social skills, flow drill, the triangle flow drill repeated. social calibrations, emotional control. They have to raise the points. That's 7.5 points they have to collect the lay. The only game that they need, this is the secret, okay? If it's all game, then you'll just be mass approaching, LMSing, look money status. You'll be just going direct, keep talking to non-stop women, but it's no longer working in 2024. All the other coaches, where are the testimonials for students? You even have other coaches using romantic flirts, romantic sexual shit. Have they posted a single lay testimonial from 2023 and 2024? Zero. It's all from pandemic days, old smelly shit. This is what happens with former engineers. Their Asperger's shit don't work no more. Therefore, what I taught you guys are from the naturals. Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. That's what naturals uses. This is pickup. I'm the only coach, only one system survived. The John Elite system is the only one that survived 2024 because women have too many objections these days. They have so many objections that these guys cannot overcome it because they have no skills. They hunch. Even if they say, oh, you got to be more natural, more congruent to a fucking zombie? Really? And then try to set up dates to the house? Did that work for you motherfuckers? No, because they're trying to make a new category called the blue ocean strategy. You're like, what are you talking about, John? What is a blue ocean strategy? Blue ocean strategy basically means that if you're marketing, you try to go after a category. Red ocean means a bunch of sharks are fighting for profit margins. They're just barely different from each other, like all the other coaches are red ocean. The sharks trying to fight the water is red. Blue ocean means it is clear water. So they try to create a blue ocean with Tinder mental bullshit called pickup, and they try to say nobody has results like them, Mr. Nobody has results like you, and Mr. 1,500 mental bullshit stuffing. How many of your students got laid from pick? And they're like, oh, well, maybe less than 75. I'm just speculating. We'll have to look into it. Maybe 60, maybe 50. We can see in the testimonials for video tests, there's very few. But how many of the students actually got laid from pickup? If it's down to that is the student's actual results, which is like 50 something, 60 something, 70, no. Versus 56 laid in poll testimonials. They're like, oh, well, I'm the best. There's no second place. No, there is no second place to John Elite. This low, I even said to them before that I don't believe Tinder counts as a single lay count. I really don't. And I stand by that after all these years. How is Tinder even a lay count? It's a body count. Why are you counting body counts when they can use an AI background or they can be in a Latin country getting lay counts, as they call it, as body count, and easier places? No, but some of their places are hard. It's not as easy as, yeah, whatever you say, buddy. Even Asians can go to these Latin countries and still get a body count. If a bunch of nerdy Asians, engineers who can afford these camps or world tours in Latin countries, if they can afford that shit, then obviously it's fucking easy using Tinder like passport bros. This is what Asians are doing. They're getting lazy. They're quitting because they think it's all muscle maxing in Tinder now, and maybe occasionally night game. Asians are like that. They're engineers, they're nerds. All the Asperger people are getting you stuck in 2024. 2023, all the RSD, all the mass approaching, all the Coach Kyles, all the other autistic people, not Asperger's, high functioning autism, all the autistic people, mass approaching direct game, those guys no longer have student results. But 2024, now the higher functioning autistic systemizing people no longer has lay testimonials for pickup or day game. They don't have anything for day game except for one if they're popular. That's just luck. Seriously, what a joke. And I have so many. So this is not impressive because they don't have day game lay testimonials. They only night game and Tinder. Results are results, as they say, because blue ocean, results are results. But then again, I'm going to show you a great way you can get laid with pickup. Day game, technically, also night game is pickup, okay? But not Tinder, and you can still get amazing results. So the first debunked mental bullshit secret is that it is not a lay count. It is a body count for Tinder. A body count, not a lay count. Stop calling lay counts as not results for the students. You can use an AI in the background. Seriously, when do we have some common sense here? The fact that he can gaslight everybody, say, oh yeah, nobody gets results. It's, okay, so a white person gets over 100 lays or 50 lays on Tinder easily, just by being white. Good pictures, flowchart, eventually they'll get laid. But they're comparing to day games, other people with pickup. Results are results. No, they're not. There's a body count. And that means their lay counts is not as high as it really is because pickup only counts. Ridiculous. The big idea is women can get body counts easily. But they aren't using game, are they? Are women using game? These people don't have social skills and social calibrations. The big idea is women can get body counts anytime they want. And they aren't using game, are they? They're just swiping right. It's not a lay count. You could hire an assistant in India to swipe for you and give you the phone number. So let's say, for example, you hire from Fiverr an Indian, right? Hey, bro. Hey, bye. As they call you, BHAI. Okay, you say the Indian, right? Benchod Indian. I want you to swipe for me on Tinder. Here's my account. And every single woman is you're just gonna ask her like, what is she looking for? Something like that. And then you agree with her, whatever she says. If she's looking to make friends, if she's looking for a boyfriend, if she's looking for sex, you just agree with her. And then you just ask her, what's her WhatsApp number? That's what they teach. I know, because I talked to former students. They didn't even get laid. These short little Indian guys. It didn't even work. And then afterwards, I got them laid after learning how to date properly, how to pull, how to close. But regardless of that, they still got laid for pickup in real life. So that's different. But as they told me, their students get really unattractive women on Tinder. A lot of the white people get more of the results. And they don't even believe in Daygame, is what they told me. This is just students. But this is a fact. This is not like I'm trying to, I'm not trying to defame them. This is factually what the student said. Of course, you say, it's a matter of fact, not an opinion. The student said that, and he still claimed on his testimonial that it is accurate. There's many things that they say for Daygame. You just have to keep laughing, as he taught me, to lower the fear of the women. If that's true, right, that's what they teach, and they sound like a hyena laughing, then they really don't have social intelligence. If they try to spin women around and say, oh yeah, you're a nice ass or something, if that's what they're teaching, then I know exactly what they're teaching. Their tactics will not work for Daygame. So therefore they'll say, fuck Daygame, as they tell their students. Fuck Daygame, go for Tinder, and then you start complaining to them that the woman is very unattractive in general on Tinder that they get. But he'll just say, you know what, that's just how it is. It's just, this is what you get. You still get that laid. I'm not speculating on this, but I'm not saying as a matter of fact. I'm not trying to defame them. I'm just speaking the truth. I taught one of their former students, an Indian guy. This is what happened. They really don't get attractive women. I know a lot of secrets, you know? Transformers, that's all I'm going to say. I know all the secrets, but I'm not going to share any of it. John Wick says, consider this the professional courtesy. I know all the secrets, every secret. But one thing I disagree with is when you say there's no second place, nobody compares to you. Actually, I say the same thing. There's no second place to me. People don't have pickup laid testimonials. They have so few. We even have other coaches out there who basically has one student laid, but they make a 10-part bootcamp series. 10-part for one fucking student? Okay, that's fucking stupid. I have like 187 or something video testimonials. But what, am I gonna make that into 1,870? What the fuck, do I make 10 for every single one? No, that's fucking stupid. That's stuffing the testimonial page. You divide it by 10. That's just more mystery method, derivative. The same kind of push polls, the same kind of DHV stories, the same kind of same process of shit. That stuff no longer works because they don't have 2023, 2024 Daygame late poll testimonials. Mystery method has 0 late testimonials. All the other coaches using mystery method has 0. Because mystery's Asperger's syndrome is gonna get you stuck. So besides the Indian swiping for you, right? Hey, bye, BHAI, sir. Besides him doing that, and you give him the phone number for WhatsApp, that's what he does. He gives you the phone number. So once they start flow charting, say, oh, we're looking for the same thing. Oh, okay. And then eventually, then they get her out there. Then they say, what's your WhatsApp phone number? And then what happens is once they get the woman's phone number from India, then they send it to the other coach. That's what they do. They send it to the other coach. And now they don't even have to swipe and they say, oh yeah, this is their lay count. No, it's a body count, not a lay count. And then they just have to show up, text her a little bit, set up the date and show up. But they didn't do it the initial part. It's not even pickup. People have some common sense. Have some common sense. That is a blue ocean strategy they have created for marketing, which is deceiving their audiences because they say, that's their lay count. No, that's the body count. What's the real lay count from pickup? Oh, it's not even anywhere close. Then what the fuck are they talking about? But their student wants to feel like they achieve some results. No, you achieve body counts. Just like my other student. He came to me with 75 body counts from Tinder, from Latin countries, a Chinese guy. But he got one lay from Daygame right before he went to RSD bootcamp. Only got one after 5 years, not worth it in a Latin country. Then he's coached by me, 15 lays, and they kept going up in quality. Exactly what someone was asking earlier. They kept going up and he married an actress. And from there, yeah, that was his story. That's 15 fucking epic lays. The score keeps going up and up and up. White girls eventually, and then foursomes, and then 2 actresses. Same day lay in Berlin in one approach. Easiest place on earth next to Thailand. I stand by that. Because in Berlin, the secret is they don't want to tell you, is that Berlin has nothing but hipsters. These women are alternative hipsters. That means they like minorities. Second of all, because the government has taken care of them, they pay for the survival value. She's just looking for replication value. She's down to fuck. Number 3, they'll walk with you anywhere, even to your home, even if you're like a serial killer in Berlin. They don't care because all of their troubles are taken care of and they're alternative hipsters. That's why it's so easy. So my student walks in there, the Chinese guy, 5'8", fucking same day lays, gets a fuck buddy in one fucking approach. But he was a different part of Berlin. It was harder. But once you go to Berlin, he went to a different part of Germany. But when he flew to Berlin, 1 shot, 1 kill, metaphorically speaking. So that's a lay count. That's 15 lays right there on top of the other one he had. But that's epic because that's skill. That's value. So Italian student, he had 8 additional lays. One of them from Night Game, really pretty woman. Looks like Julia Roberts. And then the other ones are all Daygame. They all look like 9 out of 10. 5'8" Italian. The reason why I'm not posting it right now is because people are ignoring it. They're just thinking, oh, he's Italian, so it must be easy, right? Because Italian has some kind of high SMV. Look at my other student. When you look at this other guy, and I kept posting his testimonial, nobody gave a fuck. For example, one student has 17 fucking lays already. 17 fucking lays. And you're like, what the fuck? How do you get 17 lays? So here's a Jewish guy. This is his 17th lay. He already made the video testimonial. 17. And then number 16 is over here. He already made the video testimonial. It's ridiculous. Number 15 over here. So this was December the 1st. He's just getting laid nonstop with my coaching. This is a pickup. This is a lay count. Then you look at number 14 and you just keep going backwards. They fucks a Latina Instagram influencer, working out sort of woman, right? That's number 14, right? Does that make sense? Then he fucks a Ukrainian. This one, he still made a video testimony. He didn't want to show her because he wants to turn her into a girlfriend. Here's the fucked up thing. The less students that they get laid and the more they brainwash them, the more actual money they make this year. They've been making money hands over a fist because they've been popular. They're platform scammers. They have a global network of pickup artists that is funneled to them saying they're popular, so they must be right. No, they're popular, so therefore they're wolves in sheep clothing. They're popular because they're Machiavellian. They're popular because they know how to game the sheeps. That's the truth. Because if they can't get students laid for pickup, ABCs only have one. What kind of business are they running? A scam business. They're scammers. And people don't want to hear it. That's why they dropped off. I understand. Because they're telling you that mystery is the best thing since sliced bread. How is he the best? He has 0 lay testimonial. Ross Jeffries, how are they the best? UMP, right? Ugly fucking women that they get for their students. How are they the best? You have nothing but platform scammers. All right, as I'm saying, how is that skills if an Asian with Asperger's engineers are going to Latin countries with status maxing for Asian Asperger nerds? It's not skills. This is important because this is not even real results for lay counts. So now former engineer dating coaches, that's right, any sort of dating coaches, day game coaches, whatever, if they are former engineers, They are Asperger's. Does that make sense? They have Asperger's syndrome. So now former engineer dating coaches with Asperger's syndrome can systemize things for 15 out of 35 or 12 out of 35, fucking Tinder. It's easier on Tinder, and Asians are going Latin countries to status max. You're like, what do you mean by status maxing? If it's 12 out of 35 for Tinder, Night Game is 15 out of 35. Think about it this way. What is status maxing, you might be asking? It's number one, if you're Asian and you have a high status job, let's say you're engineer, therefore you get 1 extra point. Rather than having 1 point for going overseas, now you have 2 points. Does that make sense? So when they're swiping, they have some points. Number two, for Asians, we call this the high status lifestyle. Depending, not everyone has it, the older Asian nerds. But let's just say, for example, they did have a lifestyle posted on their Instagram. You can use AI these days with your face map to it. Then they have 3 points as a passport bro. Tinder doesn't even count. Thank you for the likes. Give it more like. Number 4, they have a third world money status advantage now. Now these Asians, because they're in a Latin country, all the women are Latina, and they're Asian, Chinese, Vietnamese, engineers. Now they have the exotic advantage, the third world money status advantage, and exotic, number 5, exotic advantage. So therefore, because of that, they have 5 extra points. So they try to make up the difference in looks. So the guys who are better looking for their students, that'll make out of 10 points. So let's say guys that 8 out of 10 or 7, they try to work out whatever their students. 7 plus 5 is 13, just enough to get laid, 12 out of 35. Do the math. That's why they are passport bros. That's why they always believe that for these engineers, that if they can start to muscle max, they can raise the looks, but they don't believe that they can do it in the United States, because they told my student, who was a former ABCs of low self-esteem student, they say to him, look bro, the taller coach, good looking guy for ABCs, said to my student, listen, Daygame no longer works anymore in the United States. You should just use Tinder and Instagram. That's what he said. And my student got pissed off and says, fuck no. So he trained under me and he doubled down on it. He got laid with a white girl. Then he gets another lay. Both of the white girls that he fucked were redheads in the United States, which goes to show you that these people have given up because they're engineers. They have no social skills, social calibration. They have verbals. They have word associations like he think canceled Casanova. They don't have any understanding of social intelligence. My students have to use social skills. We're not just talking about socializing. Like you try to use a scout or something, like you're status maxing, and you're socializing. Because a zombie can socialize. A zombie can socialize. You want to use social skills flow drill to get women to talk more. That's real social skills. That's what the naturals do. They talk to everybody. Most naturals, the secret to raise their 2.5 points is they talk to every woman. They talk to every man out there. They just talk to everyone and socialize, but they're sharpening their social skills flow drill. Does that make sense? They're sharpening the sword, and then it makes it easier. They have perfect body language, which is what I'm teaching my students. Social calibrations, facial expressions, non-verbal communications, tonality, a whitewashed tonality. I'm teaching that to my students. Whitewashed tonality. So they sound like a white person, so they don't have to start blaming white people as being racist in their sales letters, saying that you can go to Europe or Latin countries and get like a white girl or whatever, or Latina. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to make people feel bad about themselves. In reality, they should blame themselves because the coaches have no social skills. They have no social calibrations. They have no emotional control. These narcissistic Asians, these fucking narcissistic Chinese and Vietnamese engineers, they have no social intelligence, no emotional intelligence. All they can do is swipe in these countries, and they're happy that they're able to get even a lay after getting 800 matches in one day, and they barely get one woman out, and they pay $10,000 for one woman. They don't ever want to do Daygame under Johnny Elite because they're scared, because they're engineers. They never want to stretch beyond their autism or their Asperger's. Oh, we have to learn a social skills flow drill, John. Oh, we have to change our monotone tonality. Oh, we have to learn body language when we're Asperger's. No, you have to do it. You have to dress whitewash. You gotta stop wearing black clothing. You gotta stop blaming white people for being racist. They're not racist. White people are xenophobic. They have a fear and dislike of other people's culture. But it doesn't matter, because if you go there with your status maxing to a third world country where your third world money is status advantage, they're not xenophobic. They like you. The Latinas will like you in Latin countries if you're Asian. Because you're 13 if you're 7 out of 10 looks and 5 points of status maxing. You're 13 out of 35 is enough for Tinder. However, when you're in the United States, Latinas will not give you a time of day because they have big hips, narrow waist. They need a protector status. They need a 5'11" minimum, lots of muscles, and you have to look a little bit tanned and very good looking. Latinos are very shallow in the United States towards Asians. They'll flake on Asians like crazy. Unless you look kind of Mexican, like you're Filipino, but you look like they're Mexican. Because Mexicans, they look kind of Asian-ish. This is the truth. I'm just spitting facts here. Tinder is 12 out of 35. That's how to get over it. 15 out of 35 is night game. And day game is 20 out of 35. Looks out of 10, money out of 5. Status maxing out of 10. Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control game, 2.5 points each. My students can get above 20 out of 35. Now you realize, because my students are not using game. The more they drill down the social skills flow drill triangle, they're repeating the same structure over and over. It's like a string that you tie to the bedpost. You tie it, and then you move the string backwards, and you keep bringing the string over to the day game location. You might have to walk 15, 20 minutes. That string, now every single triangle, a big triangle, every time you do the social skills flow drill, you're one step closer to the bedroom, get it? But they have to drill it down. You like saying it was really hard to use the same triangular flow drill to get women talking. If you don't use a social skills flow drill and you try to use verbals or word association, it's not gonna work. From queefing, cancel, Casanova. The social skills flow drill, 3-step triangle, and you can only get it from Elite Bundle 2 these days. Oh yeah, as they say, because you need to square off because it's more manly. Fuck you, because you only have one day game lay testimonial for these tall, self-proclaimed Tinder high lay count coaches. Body count, not lay count. If my student squares off, even in the boot camp, the women always walks away every single time. There's not a single woman that actually stays. If they stand 45, they no longer have pressure. Imagine you're a tall, big black guy and you're squaring off and you didn't give a direct compliment. She's gonna run the fuck away. She's gonna get scared, cortisol. If you're 45 degrees, she's not. And emotional control, they have to sound like a whitewash. For example, like right now I can switch my voice anytime to start to sound like a white person. And when you start sounding like a white person, it makes day game so much easier. Oh yeah, it's not like the Canadians, they all talk like this, but if you start talking like this, right, and you're being more whitewashed, and I can switch my voice anytime. My Pakistani mentor actually talks like this, believe it or not. We both actually talk like that because that's how the other naturals talk like. White people are very expressive. That's why their tonality changes, but they're very congruent. All white people, they all talk like this. So I can switch to a white person anytime I want. So if you're talking to me on the phone right now and you hear my voice, Johnny Elite sounds exactly like a white person, believe it or not. Johnny Elite can switch into white mode from Asian mode into white person mode anytime he wants. Makes it super easy. So that way, I can have a whitewash tonality anytime I want. And when I do that, I fit right into her tribe, especially more attractive women. So if you try to be like UMP and try to be more monotone and try to be more James Bondish, it doesn't fucking work because their students only get 3 out of 10. Platform scammers. Students only get 3 out of 10s, 4 out of 10s. For Italian was a former student. It's all bullshit. These people have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Because one of my students was their instructor, not because of their stuff that made him an instructor. He was using my system to get 150 lays. He got his credibility, and they gave them my credibility from my fucking system. Fuck you guys. But he's a great student, by the way. Great social skills. Good body language. Good fashion. Good hairstyle. Just like he had the same hairstyle as my students. But that was not his skills. Those are my skills empowering those platform scammers. They make so much money. UFO, UMP, UAP. They make so much fucking money hands over fist. Especially from the Indians. They don't even get them laid anymore. Or the Middle Easterns when they pretend to be part of Islam. Fake conversion. All the money they made is crazy. They're not even in the testimonials. Their testimonials for Daygame is like 8 of them. The rest are just fucking Tinder or Night Game. It's all bullshit. People are stupid. They just see a bunch of, oh, they have some testimonials on the page. Like, big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. The bang 3 out of 10s is like, where's the Indians, right? Where's the Middle Easterns? There's not even a Middle Eastern in there. Where the fuck is it? But all these Middle Easterns are sucking them off. They're just aggressively deep-throating them. But anyways, let's get back to the topic. The second debunked mental bullshit is bragging about Tinder is the expression of Asperger's syndrome. You're like, what's Asperger's? Asperger's is a high-functioning autism. Basically, those guys don't make good eye contact. Number 2, they're socially awkward. Number 3, they have a narrow focus, the engineers. They only focus on one thing. I have students that are Asperger's who are engineers. I have students who are Asperger's who are biotech. I have students who are Asperger's who are accountants. They're only good at one thing. They're also socially awkward. They have weird gestures, weird body languages. Does that make sense? So they have all these social impairments. Those are the Asperger's. These are engineer nerds. Former engineers that are dating coaches are all Asperger's. You're like, all of them? Every single one of them. Sociopath, Asperger's, delusional. So if that's the case, their stuff no longer works in 2024. The hardest year for Daygame. We have 56 Daygame laid in post testimonials. If I were Asperger's, then my students won't get 56 lays in post this year. They have 1 or 0 mostly. Or they post some old shit from during the pandemic, not even during the inflation, 2023, 2024. They're Asperger's. They've been exposed because 2024 was the hardest year so far. The hardest of the hardest. This is why people are into Tinder, passport broing, and everything else except Daygame. People are just fucking brainwashed by these people. Been brainwashed because they're so delusional due to the inflation. The last 4 years, you've been gaslighted by the far left Democrats so fucking badly. They destroyed the entire fucking world. All the countries, all the wars, people are low functioning. So therefore, when they actually listen to this fucking woke shit and they get fucked up, now they think it's okay to be a zombie. It's okay to be delusional, to half-ass everything in life. Now Donald Trump's coming back. He's going to bring back the competence, the high self-esteem. He's not going to bring the half-assing it, the wrong path, the sociopath fails in 4 months, and then quitting. That's what people are doing. They're quietly quitting Daygame. It's blowing up in their face. They're listening to the wrong platform scammers, Asperger people. That's a big problem. That's the thing. Tinder is 12 out of 35. And the main thing to understand here is that looks is out of 10. That's why Asians love to looks maxed. They love to be black-pilled and they love to be red-pilled by status maxing, which is money's out of 5. Status is out of 10. Of course, you can raise your status if you're Asian, passport bro engineer, you have a high status job, you make more money than every single person in Colombia and in Mexico, except for drug dealers. There's people, they love their rape. It's like their hobby. And they love their fentanyl, right? They love destroying the United States. China gives them the fentanyl shit, so I can blame them too. I'm Chinese. Both of them are destroying the United States, but the low-functioning people. The last few years, people have been very low-functioning. So status can be raised by an engineering job. It can be raised by a high-status lifestyle. It can be raised by a third-world money status advantage, traveling, putting out your Instagram and social media, going to Latin countries. It could be boosted by exotic advantage. That's 4 points, plus 1 point for being Asian as a passport bro. That's 5 extra points. If their looks are above 7, they'll get laid. It's that simple. Out of 800 to 1,500 matches in one day. But you're paying $10,000 to get 1 lay from Tinder for their fucking stupid boot camps in fucking Peru or fucking Mexico. Low-functioning Mexico, the sociopaths. And when you look at the Latin countries, the murder capitals of the world, we can look up a chart, 50 of them, right? Top 50 murder capitals. 46 of them will be Latin countries. 46. You're like, that's bullshit. Look it up yourself. 46. The rest of them are just like either some African countries or maybe like some kind of country like Detroit or something like that. But most of it's Latin countries. Crazy. But that's not the point. The point is that status, right? Social skills is 2.5. ABCs don't have it. Social calibration. They might have a little bit for Night Game, but not Daygame. Emotional control. The Asians don't have emotional control. Those guys are narcissistic. That's why they need loud alcohol in that game. And they need alcohol and they need loud music. They cannot control their emotions. For Asians are the most emotionally retarded people. I've been doing an experiment, okay, with my students, and I'll show you the chart because a lot of them are very ungrateful. So lately, I'm talking to my Latino student over here. Hopefully he doesn't show his name. This is the emotional chart over here. See that? So up here, there's a score from 1 to 22. 22 means you're depressed, okay, on the bottom. 22 on the bottom is depressed. Up here, it says joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, appreciation, right? This gratitude, that word's gratitude. Lots of the Chinese students, remember when I was blasting the Chinese, I was roasting them? A lot of the Chinese are emotionally retarded. They have zero gratitude. They have zero gratitude. They have emotional problems. The other Indian student I just banned for a week, he's always depressed. So therefore, he's on the very bottom of the emotional chart. You need to have some emotional control, some emotional intelligence. You need to have some grit. The Latino students are around like 6 out of 10 at highest. But what they do is they list all the things they're grateful for every single morning now as a homework assignment. The Chinese cannot raise it. The Chinese, they can raise it now to 3 now, but they have to go through this process. Most of the Chinese are like really low on the chart. They're emotionally retarded. You're like, I cannot believe you said that. You're Chinese, John. You criticizing your own race. Nobody gets a fucking free pass with me. Nobody. I don't care if you're Chinese like me and you have yellow fucking skin. If you're emotionally retarded and I kept teaching these fucking narcissists who basically have no emotions towards women, they don't connect. You'll be fucking called out. I don't care if you're in the same race as me. Everyone gets called out. Indians get called out. Latinos get called out. Fat people gets called out. Fucking Asperger, dating coaches, everyone gets called out the same. I treat everyone the fucking same. Everyone the same. So, emotional control, 2.5 points. Of course, some of my students, they supplement. They take ashwagandha. They take other things for adrenaline, whatever you call it. They take it for adrenaline, and guess what happens? They're not as triggered. They're not bench-holding like Indians. Indians need to be called out. They're the laziest people that are skinny fat with double chins, and they have a big pot belly for eating too much vegetable. They're so ADHD. They have the highest ADHD prevalence in the world. That's why they're dropping off. Only the engineers are going to UFO or UMP company. They're getting scammed. Oh, every fucking dollar that they have. They're not getting laid. That's what's happening. Indians are getting stuck and they need to be called out. I better make a video soon about the Indians, the bench-holding Indians. That's why I call them bench-holding, means sister fucker in Hindi. Bench-holding, I changed the meaning. Instead of sister fucker, it's now like ADHD, backstabbing behavior, negative behavior, skinny fat, laziness, just disappearing all the time for homework assignments because of ADHD. It's not like how many romantic sexual flirts you can throw out, like launch like 100 of them, just so you can pull her back home and use alcohol and escalate super hard physically until she submits. That is not game, that is called grape. That is just more Asperger shit that doesn't work in 2024, 2023. They're just recycling some old Asian clips. Big fucking deal. My Asian student got married recently and nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a flying fuck. I'm gonna show another Indian who got married. He made a testimonial. But I'll show you this guy over here. He just got fucking married. He got married before. Where is he? There's so many testimonials, I can't even find them. This guy. See that? He married this woman. They're both gonna make a testimonial, I believe. She knows who I am, so it's fine. He got 3 lays, and then the 3rd lay, he married her. Not bad, huh? Before he went to RSD, shit barely works. What the fuck? That's autism. RSD's autism. Game is only 2.5 points. You're like, really? That's right. Text game, right? Tinder is still game because you're gamifying it. When you're code approaching with direct game, that's still game. It's an LMS plus game. So basically, if you're a tall white guy before, you have 10 points. Your looks was like around like 7.5. Now you got 17.5 points. And if your game is like 2 points, right? That's 19.5, but not over the line. And a little bit of vibing. That's why they love to vibe, white people. They vibe like 0.5 points emotional impact. Then they eventually get laid with a 4 out of 10 looking woman or a 5 out of 10 ugly woman. And then they feel good about it. And now they no longer get laid in the United States or Western countries. So as I'm saying, that's game. So they're just mixing 2.5. They don't even have 2.5. They don't do same day lays. They don't use the arrow science. So now they're just using night game to have 15 out of 35. And Tinder is 12 out of 35. White flow charts equals automatic lays. How is that a fucking lay count? It's a body count, not a lay count. There is no fucking social skills. with Tinder, social calibrations, emotional control, just a little bit of game, and being white or status maxing in a third world country. Imagine you're tall, you're white, and you're in a third world country. Now you have so much fucking status. So much fucking status. How come their fucking co-workers cannot do the same fucking thing in the United States? Because this point system exposes that. Just a little bit of text game for a flow chart. All you have to do is ask her is, what are you looking for on Tinder? They'll say, looking to sex, making new friends, or boyfriend. Then you say, I'm just looking for the same thing. She said, relationship, I'm just looking for the same thing. That's their fucking text game. And then after that, they just set up a fucking date through WhatsApp. Their assistant, who is Indian, can just basically send them the number on WhatsApp. And then now they can just unmatch her on Tinder so they don't get in trouble. They don't get end. And then they're on the WhatsApp, and then they just set up dates, and they're just like, oh, no, it's a fucking body count, not a fucking lay count. A body count. It's just a white person who basically status maxing, and then just be white, 12 out of 35. They can say whatever they want, results or not results. That's not pickup. If an Indian can swipe for you, if an AI can change your background pictures, or if, let's see, what was I saying? Yeah, basically AI can do it for you these days. They can just look at your face, and then you can be in any country you want now with AI. You can be doing anything. You can status max, lifestyle max, everything with good pictures. It's nothing to brag about. They're white student, as long as they take good pictures, then they raise their looks a little bit, it looks more professional, they automatically get laid. And they're paying arm and a leg for that. It's fucking stupid. They're like, oh, but they have 100 lays or something, or 50 lays. What, you bang like 4 out of 10s, that's a body count. It's just like Indian could swipe for you. What the fuck? They're not showing the women's faces in their testimonial page, are they? That's the big secret. They're not showing the women's faces. My students, you can see the women's faces. They're actually 9 out of 10, they're better looking than dating coaches' girlfriends. If they're better looking than the dating coaches' girlfriends, all of them, and my students are getting that in 2024, what do they know? What do they know? As I'm saying, being white with a 10 out of 10 ethnicity and 2 points text game is automatic lay. They can say their students get so much results, but it's not pickup, but body count. And white women can achieve the same high lay counts. White women don't even have to learn any game. They don't even have to watch any YouTube videos or any strategy. They just have to show up, be white, be like ugly, and then they just get non-stop matches. They get like fucking 50, 100 matches, 300 matches at any given time. Then the tall white guy just gets her. And then guys will get bitter and they become MGTOW. But I mean, if white women can achieve a high lay count, then there's not a lay count, it's a body count. She has a body count. How is that even pickup? It's not. She just opens her legs and be tall. That's the thing. She's just being white. Same with tall, good-looking white guys in third world countries. Now they have more lays. Is that skills? No. It's 12 out of 35. These days, the only way that white people can get laid is to go to a Latin country. They get rejected for 1 year and they just got a few lays. That's how bad it is right now. Or 2019, and people are stupid. They're stupid engineer students. And that means for status maxing, a high value job is 1 point, high status lifestyle 1 point, third world money status advantage 1 point on Instagram, exotic advantage, all the women are Latinas or they're all like white and you're Asian, you have 1 point for exotic advantage. In poor Latin countries or third world European, Eastern European countries, if the Asian is flying over there and swiping and just status maxing a third world country, this debunks. So here's the third thing. The debunked mental BS is that they're trying to use blue ocean strategy. We talked about blue ocean strategy before. Red ocean means that in marketing, right? Because you notice with the global game networks, all these guys, scammers, they're basically giving false authority to coaches who doesn't have a single lay testimonial this year. But because they're popular, they have subscribers, and they're given a platform, they're boosted, but their stuff doesn't work. It's like junk food. It's like McDonald's. Oh, sure, they're popular, but they're killing everyone else out there. That's the truth. The blue ocean strategy is that it's different. Red ocean means sharks. These guys are fighting for market share. They're making so much money in this red ocean for the global game networks. These guys are making so much money during the inflation because people are delusional. They made so much money, they're making like $50,000 a month. Some of them are making $100,000. Matt Artison's making $400,000 with the whole team. They're just scamming like crazy. They're so happy just by being white and being popular. Now they're making all the money while Johnny Lee has to get students laid after one after another, and you're ignoring it. So why give them authority? They have to earn the authority. Now ABCs with one Daygame lay testimonial now has the authority because they have attention from there. They have false authority. Because how am I supposed to fit in when I don't even want to be part of their network ever in my lifetime? There's all scammers working with each other. Scammer, scammer, scammer. Now you realize all these engineers are all scammers. These former engineer coaches are all scammers because 2024 exposed them because their stuff doesn't work anymore. That's right. So red ocean means that these guys are fighting for market share, but they're making so much from delusional sheeps, the engineers. None of the other people can afford coaching. They can afford my coaching sometimes, not in Canada. Canada is so fucking poor right now. I have to get 56 laid and po testimonials so people can ignore me. 56, man. They have one for ABCs, one for tall self-proclaimed high lay count coaches. Other coaches with romantic sexual shit, they have how many? 0. 2023, 0. Just posting 2019, 2021 old boldy shit. I'm the only one posting lay testimonials, but guess what? They don't care. Oh, but they're more popular than you. Fuck you. The only authority that really exists is when you get students laid. Everything else, worshipping, bench holding, and being delusional is all bullshit. And having a platform, scammers. And what's the difference between these global game networks and their platform scamming? It's almost like MSNBC scamming, CNN fake news, New York Post. It's like all these fake news organizations who are woke working together. Except they're not woke. They're just scammers. Does that make sense? They don't have any lay testimonials, but they talk a good game. The way they speak when they're speaking absolutely truthful. You look at tall self-proclaimed coaches. You gotta set up dates and you gotta be congruent, and then you got DHV and set up dates to the house. You gotta say, can I meet you real quick? They speak in such a way with so much authority, and as a matter of fact, with one Daygame lay testimonial. Wake up, sheepos. Wake the fuck up. And the problem is that the only people that can afford boot camps are engineers. Only the engineers now, level 3, can afford it. And the level 3, the engineers are what? The Indians. All go to UMP UFO. None of them gets laid. 0. Middle Eastern people, when they have a fake Islam conversion, these people are rich with their oil money. They go over there, nobody gets laid. They're just scamming. And now they're working with Dan Brazilian, the biggest scammer, grifter, who pays for women to be in his picture, prostitutes. Grifter, scammer. What the fuck is this? But people get a platform. How are they giving authority? Oh, because they're white, they must be good. They must be white. Where the fuck are their lay testimonials then if they're white and so good? Because they're zombies just like you. You don't realize that you're socially impaired, they're socially impaired. And during the lockdowns, people lost their social skills. That's a red ocean strategy. But the blue ocean is when the tall self-proclaimed coaches say, Tinder results or results and whatever Tinder. They've made up their own category so they don't have to fight among each other. They try to say that the Tinder is a lay count. It's not a lay count, it's a body count. And then they try to make their own blue ocean strategy. In their blue ocean, in their own view, now they can claim that they have student results, even though it's not a result. It's a body count, it's not a lay count. Now they can claim in their blue ocean, in their own category. My blue ocean is that I can get students laid nonstop, month after month, year after year. And I have the most in the world. And I've beaten every fucking coach. I've beaten them like a Cherokee drum. No offense, but if you can only afford elite access, and you can afford elite bundle to $900, you're not paying for $8,600 boot camp or $10,000. $900 is affordable. I don't want to work with people that are fat, they're stupid, they're lazy, and they can afford very little, and they don't invest in themselves. I want to work with people that actually want to invest in themselves next year. As I'm saying, a blue ocean. Tinder is not a blue ocean strategy. I believe that blue ocean stuff is trying to create a blue ocean strategy with Tinder. They try to call it results, and they try to call it lay count, but it's a body count. Now, these Asperger coaches, they don't need Daygame lay testimonials anymore. or many pickup stuff because they can only get night game students laid from ABCs, but not day game. They only have one because they're popular, one lucky one. Isn't that a pattern? If ABCs is trained by mystery method, the other system was based on mystery method, it only led to one student laid in 2024. Mystery method, Asperger's, does not work anymore. A lot of you are using mystery method. Oh, I got to push Pojo, I got to self-amuse, I got to touch a lot, I got to make her jump through hoops, I got DHV. Sorry, but autism doesn't work, or Asperger's, not anymore. They just get Tinder stuff, right? Blue Ocean Tinder, body count, not lay count. These are not results. You look at all their student results, go to their testimonial page. I don't call it lay counts. It's not even their fucking lay counts. It's like their body count. Most of their students are white for this one coach. Really? Just go after all the testimonials. I remember another short guy. He's living in Spain, Latino, virgin. He's fucking 5'2" or something, 5'3". He's losing his fucking mind. He can't even afford mental trauma cure. We had to go over this guy's, what you call a great coach. We went over all his testimonial, and then every single one of them was Tinder and white people. So these Asian dating coaches, they rarely get student results. Maybe sometimes a night game lay in these Latin countries, but they brag about Tinder. They're like, oh yeah, they let everyone know, but they're just testimonial stuffing. Their whole page for these Asian dating coaches, these other ones, are just all reviews. I have 0 reviews. You know why? Because that's not a result testimonial. They didn't get laid. I don't give a fuck about the review. They can say John's the meanest motherfucker, drill sergeant coach, and that's the review, but I got laid. What do I care more? Their stupid fucking reviews on these snowflakes, which they try to pad their ego, or do I care that they got fucking laid? They send their fucking lay pics. I see it. You see the women more attractive than the other dating coaches' girlfriends, more attractive than the other lays from their fucking Tinder or seeking arrangements. What the fuck? These coaches with their worst testimonial stuffers, the more they get stuffed their testimonial page with reviews and any fucking positive comment on YouTube, the worst testimonial stuffer in the world. Self-proclaimed highly count coaches. Maybe I can go read all their testimonials, and most of them are just positive YouTube comments. So if a person says, oh, this coach is legit. Oh, another testimonial. Oh, I got over red pill. Another testimonial. I set up dates for Daygame. Another testimonial. They never said laid testimonials. They never said pickup. They never said pickup. This is a body count for Tinder. Oh, but my students got so much results. Oh, they got 40 lays on Tinder, right? With 4 out of 10s or 3 out of 10s. Okay, but that's not a body count. That's a lay count. That's not a lay count. That's a body count. So they got 0 lays for pickup. They have 40 body counts. How many did they get laid for Daygame? 0. They can't even do Daygame. They don't even believe they can. So they had to take a boot camp now. But what about fucking night game? Okay, say they can do night game sometimes. They can do night game sometimes, occasionally. 15 out of 35. That's a lay count. But how many fucking night game testimonials do they have? Very few. Even less day game. They can't do fucking day game. They know it. They know it. They tell their student. I know, because I trained some of their former students. They say day game is an afterthought. Same with ABCs. Mystery method is allergic to day game. These systems do not work with day game in 2024. But luckily, 2025 will be harder again, and is the easier second half. This year is the hardest of all the years. I survived with my student results. They have not survived, but nobody cares because they're all delusional sheeps. Because of the low self-esteem due to the inflation. Delusional, the 4 traits of low self-esteem. Delusional, half-assing it, wrong path, the sociopath fails in 4 months, quitting. So many delusional sheeps. Zombies. These coaches with the worst testimonial stuffer. ABCs is really bad in that regard. UMP is a very bad testimonial stuffer. ABCs is worse. Most of their students don't even get laid. They just give a good review. Very few of them get laid. And they get laid from Tinder now these days. That's not even a lay count, it's a body count. They get a few of them from night game, but mostly now it's just swiping on Tinder in Latin countries. A review is not a lay. Does that make sense? Wake up, guys, wake up. Tinder is not a lay count, it's a body count. It's not pickup. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, results are still results, John. No, it's a tricky thing is that you want to feel like you accomplished something. You got a lay count. No, you got a body count. Congratulations. Congratulations on your body count. You didn't get a lay count. You didn't get a lay count. You swiped on Tinder. You're white. You got laid eventually. But that's not a lay count. That's a body count. You got another body to your account, but you didn't have any strategy. You just fucking swiped. Just be white and just have some good pictures and that's it. That's not a fucking lay count. It's a body count. Until you're picking up, because Indians can swipe for you in India and send you the WhatsApp after they get the phone number. That's not a lay count. Or AI can change your whole background. Now you're in different countries and you're doing crazy shit with a tiger as a pet because of the AI. And now women thinks that's status. Guess what? That's not a lay count. It's a fucking body count. Or women can swipe and they get laid. They don't have any strategy. They just open their legs. They just pick the tallest white guy that has the most value who leaves them afterwards. These guys bang them and they move on. That's not a lay count. That's a body count. Doesn't make sense? Wake up. Just because you want to accomplish something, oh, I got another lay. No, you didn't. You got another body count. Tinder doesn't count. That's why I tell my students. When my students of mine says that they got laid on Tinder, I yell at them. I scold them. I don't give a fuck about Tinder. It counts as 0. You're just pumping your state with a 4 out of 10. Go back to Daygame. Stop fucking wasting time. And they're like, yes, sir. Because they know that Tinder doesn't count. How many Tinder testimonials? Students still get laid on Tinder sometimes. How many Tinder testimonials did I post? Because I don't count Tinder. Imagine if I count Tinder, right? How many fucking lay counts can I say about students? It'll be endless. I count as 0. It doesn't count. There's a body count. In my testimonial page, none of the students are using fucking Tinder. 0. Doesn't count. Be like, whoa, really? Tinder is 0. Just be white in North America. A majority, just go Latin country. Go to Asian countries. Just be white. Or Asperger Asian engineers with the world tours. Be a passport broke. So I create this elite bundle 2 for you. So you can still get training for 20 out of 35 for Daygame, which works for 15 out of 35 night game, which also works for 12 out of 35 Tinder. But fuck Tinder. You need a top-down, Daygame downwards. You don't need to go bottom up and go to a third world country and be a passport bro. And they'll always say things, oh, I started not on the third world country, I started in the Western country. I started doing this. I've never seen a single fucking lay from these white dating coaches. That really? You just pull up to the cab and that's their Daygame lay test. That's their Daygame infield. Ends in the cab and they say, we cannot record anything else legally. What the fuck are you talking about? Why does white people always end in cab? Every single one of them. Todd V, Coach Kyle, every single one ends in the cab. UMP, cab, and then that's it. There's no proof. White people cannot do same-day lays. They're allergic to it because they have no social intelligence. That's why they love their Tinder shit. They go to the Tinder, the Daygame, they just pretend to approach. We see no proof. They're like, we got so much proof on our testimonial page. No, you got fucking body count. You have 0 proof. We don't get to see the students' lays, check compliance issues, but they don't show proof because you cannot prove a YouTube video or a YouTube comment as somebody that got laid. You can't verify it. Where's the lay count? You're just taking their word on it. I'm not saying that they create like out accounts. I'm not saying that they can boost their testimonial page, but they can't beat Johnny Elite. Pickup. They can never beat me because they're not number 1. They're number 2. They're like number 3 or something. Even ABCs have more fucking pickup than they do. ABCs have nothing compared to me. I got more students married, more students late. I have more students late from Daygame than their fucking night game. They have so fucking little pickup, but somehow they self-proclaim they're the best. Nobody could beat them. No, I beat the fuck out of you. You don't stand a chance. So here's the truth. Here's what you don't fucking know. Or this is what you know. Because outside out of mind, don't mention Johnny Elite. Because Johnny Elite will steal all your fucking students if they know that someone like me exists. I have the most pickup late testimonials in the world. What about Mystery and the Mystery Method? He never collected the testimonials, and Mystery Method does not work for Daygame, so it doesn't fucking count. He doesn't collect it, and they're just white people just playing some status maxing 15 out of 35, and they don't have the testimonials, and their coaching does not get people laid for these Mystery Method systems. All these systems for all these other coaches using Mystery Method, they don't get laid. They're all scammers. Mystery, until he can show that his system works and he actually collect lay testimonials during the coaching, the word's coaching, not just a book, because he didn't collect the testimonials. If he can't get the proof, it doesn't count. So I have the most pickup lay testimonials. Pickup can be night game and day game. Until you show some proof, Mystery, I don't believe a fucking word you say. It could just be SMV, a white guy just playing a numbers game. They would have got laid automatically. It didn't matter what they did. They could just go direct, act like a zombie. Eventually, they'll get laid. How's that Mystery Methoding for Daygame? Bullshit. If Mystery Method's DHV stories does not get more than 1 lay testimonial for tall self-proclaimed coaches, DHV is disqualified. Oh, but sexualizing. God's just sexualizing it. You gotta sexualize it. You gotta touch. If touching only got 1 Daygame lay testimonial, then that's debunked. You don't have to touch. My students don't touch. During the Daygame, they don't touch. Oh yeah, but they have to schedule to the house. My students do not schedule to the house. They still get laid. They same day lay or the women always comes out. So that's debunked. Oh, but you guys say, can I meet you real quick? That's debunked. My students don't do that. Oh, but you guys square off. But my students don't square off. They stand 45 degrees all the time. And they get laid fast. So that's debunked. The mystery method-like systems are debunked. This is Asperger's syndrome. This is not a lay count. This is a body count. Mystery has no fucking proof. Mystery method is just white people getting 4 out of 10s. They haven't collected a testimonial, so I beat Mystery. Mystery can't get people laid for Daygame, only 1 time. For popular coaches, it's all bullshit. Mystery method is bullshit. Asperger's syndrome, blue ocean strategy of Tinder shit. It's all bullshit. Bullshit. I had most students laid for pickup. I got more students laid for Daygame than their entire night game. Even this year, I had more students laid than all the other coaches. Ridiculous. I don't even count fucking Tinder. They only have a fraction of the pickup lay testimonials. Now you guys are not going to be gaslight compared to their fucking Tinder, mostly white guys, mental bullshit. Almost all their students are white, ugly white guys. Because it's 12 out of 35. They don't even want to acknowledge a 12 out of 35. Because that exposes them in third world fucking countries being tall and white and status maxing. It's not a lay count if an AI can be used to generate background images for your fucking lifestyle these days. AI can actually just map your face onto different pictures and create a brand new fucking status maxing these days. You should all try it. That's not a fucking lay count, that's a body count. That's ridiculous. Or a 10 out of 10 natural status white guy swiping in a third world country like an Asian country, that's not a fucking lay count. Or in the United States, they might get 4 out of 10 ugly women. That's not a lay count, that's a fucking body count. My student results are impressive. And what this has got to do for you, Elite Bundle 2. Okay, this is Elite Bundle 2, most popular. I'll show you some of the student lay. I have to update it. Don't worry, everything is censored, so for YouTube, just let you know that. These are the students that use Elite 30, but all these guys use Elite Bundle 2. There's more testimonials now. All these guys, that's just my ones. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have to scroll down for the testimonials. Elite Bundle 2 comes with Elite 30, Elite Playbook. Okay, so this one's from 2024, beginning. Don't worry, it's censored, it's fine. She's wearing clothing here. It just looks kind of skin color. She's 18 years old, and she's a 9 out of 10. This guy, laid here, his video testimony, white girl. He also got laid in 2024. This guy posted his marriage. This Chinese student, 15 lays. So he even fucks white girls. Elite Bundle 2. Here's Berlin, right? 1 fucking approach. Same day lay. 1 approach. Easiest country in the world. Berlin and Thailand. Chinese guy. Same day lays and 3 approaches. Here's the woman. It's censored, don't worry. Other Indians who have used Elite Bundle 2. 2 girlfriends. Here's a guy. He does not use Elite Bundle 2, actually. He uses Elite Access, so he still has most of the courses. So he has Elite 30 and also Elite Playbook, but whatever. I should take this one down. Here's another guy with Elite Bundle 2. He bought them all separately. He has a model girlfriend. He has over 30-something lays. Here's an Italian student who's banging women more attractive than other dating coaches. Here's a fitness model. First one. Second one looks like a Dua Lipa looking woman. Very attractive. She's actually prettier than Dua Lipa if you compare side by side. Dua Lipa has a big nose, the singer. Then here's some fucking a Russian chick. Don't worry, it's censored. It's fine for YouTube. Right? Here's the lay count. Don't worry, it's all censored. It'll be fine. Here's a Kazakhstan woman. It's censored. Here's another woman, another Russian. Look at this woman. She looks like Julia Roberts. This top one. Very pretty. Prettier than other dating coaches' girlfriends. Hopefully you can see it. Don't worry, it's censored. I put smiley faces. Then he bangs like a fucking 19-year-old French woman, like Leonardo DiCaprio. This is the woman he's with right now. Fuck buddy. They have all these other students getting this result. Elite Bundle 2. You got this fat guy who also bangs another woman. He's 48 years old. Elite Bundle 2. You have this guy loses his virginity, gets another lay. High school student. Yeah, that's him. They fucked in the field, but don't worry, we didn't collect anything beyond this. Also him in Spain. Now he's part of the Swedish army, this guy. He sends this to another white dating coach, the same testimonial, same woman. but he's using Elite 30. The other coach is angry about it, but whatever. But then he gets like another lay here. See that? They're all censored. Don't worry, it's fine. It's all censored. He has like fucking 10 fuck buddies. Okay, this is all censored. It'll be fine. You can't really see anything. This is all censored, don't worry. This is all censored. You can't see anything. It's all covered. This is like a model. Both of them are models. A sister. He fucked both of them. But then he's ungrateful. Afterwards, he goes to this mystery method system, praises it, but in reality, he builds it back on the back of Johnny Elite. You fucking asshole. This guy from London, fuck him. Jewish guy. He gets laid here. Then he gets another fuck buddy. And then he gets like a girlfriend. Then you have the Latino ungrateful student who doesn't list me very often, only one time for his gratitude thing. He gets like fucking 2 girlfriends or a girlfriend in a fuck buddy, white fuck buddy, Ukrainian. You have a Chinese person who gets laid in one approach. You have this other guy, Vietnamese guy. This Vietnamese guy, same day laid, or he same day fingered a woman, a Latina. She became his girlfriend. They fucked, and then she fucking died of liver sclerosis. She died. Her liver gave out. Then he starts fucking the older sister who's hotter. You can't even make this shit up. Then you have a black student, 22 lays. But he's part of the army now. They shipped him off too. Just I have a lot of army students before. But yeah, these are just some of the student results for Elite Bundle 2. I think Elite Bundle 2, I feel like this is the best course because rather than half-assing, let's say you got Elite 30 and you got Elite Access, right? But you're not really playing to win. You're like a level 1 student. You're spending like $50 to a couple hundred. Elite Bundle 2 is $1,000, $900. Level 3 is like $2,000 to $50,000. Queefing canceled Casanova, the Asian dating coach. He's charging $50,000 for these world tours. ABCs is charging $10,000 for these world tours. That's how much they charge. Other coaches are charging $8,600 for romantic sexual boot camps where you use alcohol in it because they, on a sales call, they'll ask you, hey, do you want to celebrate after the boot camp with alcohol? We can celebrate it so they can get the alcohol to the nightstand. So they tell the student to use the alcohol that's on the nightstand. That's why they don't have any testimonials this last 2 years. Their game has expired. This is the truth of the day game industry. They have nothing to show for it. It's all bullshit. They're scammers. And here's the thing. If they can't get students laid this year and last year, the inflation is too hard for their students. Alcohol is not going to fucking work. Let's just be real here. Wake up and look at self-proclaimed tall white coaches. They can only get 1 student laid for Tinder, for Daygame, just 1. Their game no longer works. ABC's only 1 person got laid in a Latin country for Daygame. 1? After 2 years of the inflation, their game doesn't work anymore. They're all platform scammers. Get Elite Bundle 2. I'm going to promote like crazy because I don't want people to half-ass it. Look at Elite 30. You're like, oh, it's $250. $250 for Canadians are so fucking cheap. They look at me with their high cost of living and they can't even afford that. Most Canadians are in 4-figure debt. Not me. I don't have any debt. Most Canadians right now have 4-figure debt. That's why I saw. Crazy, right? $1,000, $2,000 debt, $6,000. Canadians everywhere. These guys, they can't afford my course if they're in debt. They could invest their way out of a problem, but they're so fucking poor, they can't even afford a $5 Elite day game for steps. So I'm going to actually take away your ability to buy it from the sales letters. And the higher courses like Mental Trauma Cure, Elite 60, 3 months of proficiency bundle. You can't get Kaizen anymore. I'll raise the price today. All those other things are training, one-on-one mentorship. You can still take those. But the only one you're going to take is Elite Bundle 2 with Elite Access. And I think I can make it sweeter for the deal. I'm going to make it, instead of 1 year of Elite Access, I'm going to make it 1.5 years. I'm not going to raise the price from $900 to $1,000. I'm just going to keep it at $900. That's all I want to sell, and it's easier. I don't have to think so much. I just have to market 1 product. 1 type of student, Asian, Indian, right? And 1 type of media. I'll focus on YouTube. I'll still make my blog, right? But I'll focus on YouTube next year, mostly, because I only have to sell 1 product. This will lead to more late testimonials because Elite Bundle 2 has got most of my late testimonials this year, 2024. So why not just focus on that one? Because if you try to do it yourself with Elite 30 and you don't use my mental filter, you don't use the Skypes, you're going to bench hold because you're delusional. You have delusions, half-assing it, wrong path to sociopath, then you quit. If you do it without me, you're gonna quit because of the inflation. People have been having low self-esteem for the last 4 years. We only have 1 more year with the inflation. Then Donald Trump is in office. 1 more fucking year. 1 more month. Every single one, you take every testimonial they have. They don't even have 56 latent poll testimonials. They're all scammer, fraudster, popularity platform scammers. Or you get these 12 self-proclaimed coaches that don't even have lay counts, they have body counts of their students. Doesn't fucking count. Let's just count fucking pickup stuff, not the positive YouTube comments. Bullshit. So as I was saying, get Elite Bundle 2. Maybe I'll put the sales letter in the very top, in the comment section. Just get that one. Oh, but $900. You want to pay $900? Get me to coach you for 1.5 years? Level 2 students, level 1, only spend $50 to a couple hundred. Level 2, will never spend more than $1,000. So why not make it $900? Level 3, $2,000 to $50,000. World tours. Why don't you just focus level 2 now? But John, what about level 1, right? You gotta lose those students. Maybe those students are not being good students. They're having massive debt. And they have ADHD problems. They're delusional. They have low self-esteem. They're fat. They're full of cortisol. But everyone else who's new, who wants to take my coaching, Elite Bundle 2 is your only option now. Because I believe that these are the people that can get laid the most. Level 2. Level 1 is just basically on survival mode. Level 2, they have a decent income. I don't want to work with level 1. I want to work with level 2. I don't want to always work with level 3. If you're an engineer and you can afford it, then yes, I'll work with level 3. Engineers need level 3. And you don't have to fucking travel to some third world country to be in a boot camp. Get laid in North America first for the Asians out there. Don't be a fucking passport bro. Once you get laid over there, you can fucking go to these passport country afterwards for the engineers, like Latin countries. But first of all, get laid in America first. And for Canadians, you can't afford shit for me. Let's just be real here. Canadians, super poor. Oh, these guys are all like fucking level 0. I don't think I'll have any more Canadian students that are not existing students. They're so poor they need to be called out. The poor the Indians in India. I'm the best Daygame coach in the world. 656 latent poll testimonials. Technically, 656. Fuck you all for all the coaches. You fucking scammers. You scam them because you've been given a platform that you haven't earned anything. You're just popular like fucking junk food. So what I do is teach you social skills and social calibrations they don't understand, and emotional control and whitewash tonality. And then from there, that's what Asian dating coaches lacks. Then you can get laid for Daygame in North America without stupid Latin country world tour Tinder body counts. Fuck that. Fuck that. In Latin countries. They can't do it in North America. They just sell expensive boot camps, level 3. So what I've done is I've created a course where in 2025 will be the main course. I can't wait to sell Elite Bundle 2. That's the best one. But however, saying that, I do want to go all in with Elite Bundle 2. If you click the link below, which I'm going to post later on, you can get laid. Get Elite Bundle 2 now. Get started. I'm going to make an upgrade to a bonus right now. Anyone who takes Elite Bundle 2 right now until the whole 2025, we're going to increase Elite Access part to 1.5 years. We're going to add one more Skype, 11 Skypes. How's that? That you have no fucking excuses. Each Skype is $300. You want to Skype with me 1 hour of my time? Pay me $300. You want your interview analysis? $300. However, why not give them one extra Skype, 11 Skypes? I'm just making this stuff up right now. 1.5 years of elite access until you get laid. You can't lose. So I honestly don't know how much longer I'm going to keep it at this price. The inflation is there, but it's cheaper than an $8,600 boot camp, 10 days. If I taught boot camps, I can only teach one student at a time. I can teach way more. So click the link while it's available. Stop fucking around. Stop bench holding. Join Elite Bundle 2 is the time right now. Is the new year. Stop fucking around. You fucked around. You lost this year. Go start next year fresh and become. I want to have a bunch of superstars like last year. All the other students, they joined in December. Italian, the Jewish guy, and the other Jewish white student, they joined exactly in December. And look at 1 year what happened afterwards. 17 fucking lays. What do you plan? I just joined. Elite Bundle 2 comes with Elite 30 from hard case to hero. My social calibration course is number 1. Number 2 comes with Elite Playbook, my game course. 16 hours of game stuff. Number 3, as a bonus, temporarily before I take it away, Elite Focus for day gamers. So that way you can deal with your high income skills. You can deal with your procrastination, your ADHD, your budgeting. It comes with Elite Focus, Elite Day Game First Steps, $5 booklet. Now you can not have to deal with approach anxiety and you know what to say when you approach. It also comes with 10 fucking Skypes, now 11. And also, it comes with Elite Access. You get 1 year, 10 minutes of consultation. Every single day, you can ask me to listen to your infield. In 3 seconds, I tell you what the mistake is. In 3 seconds, max. Listen to it, here. Fix this. You can practice your drills and send it to me like the other students. They send me their drills all the time. 1.5 years, not 1 year anymore, 1.5 years.